Restocking Amazon can be a tricky process. Don't want to ship too much in, but don't want to stock out at the same time, especially with current events and coronavirus. We'll be covering how to make the right decision to ship the right amount of products in today's show. My name is Stephen Pope. I'm My Amazon Guy. All right, so on screen here, I have a copy of an inventory performance report. You can get here from the dashboard by just simply clicking on the IPI score anywhere on the dashboard. Once you're here, you're going to notice there's 4 metrics: excess inventory, sell-through, stranded inventory, and in-stock inventory. The report we're going to cover in today's video is going to be strictly on the FBA in-stock rate. You'll notice here that there are 3 SKUs that this report is currently suggesting to restock. So you can click on this report and see what they are suggesting. And it looks like once you hear it, it changed. It wasn't 3, it was 2. And it gives the date of what it recommends to ship by, as well as the replenishment quantity. Now, on accounts that have dozens of SKUs, this can get out of hand very quickly. So while there's only 2 in this particular view that I'm showing you, I'm going to pull an Excel sheet over momentarily that has hundreds, and that's why you're going to need to download this report. So download this report if you're in a situation where you got more than 10 SKUs, you want to analyze this data, like how do I filter this and think about this from a high level. You're going to want to download this report. It's going to show up in a notepad. You can copy and paste the notepad into an Excel file. This is the Excel file I want to work on to express some suggestions. Now I've got this Excel file pre-filtered, and I want to walk you through this. So there's a lot of different columns that have information. The only 2 or 3 columns that really matter for purposes of this video is the product, how much Amazon suggests you ship in, which is in the column W, and the recommended ship date, which is in column X. You'll notice I've filtered out May, and I just want to look at things that Amazon's suggesting I ship in immediately, and I've filtered in column W for the amount that needs to be replenished. And then I've also kind of added some shaded boxes here on the top products, because basically what I want them to do is, in a situation where things are hectic, and let's say we don't have time to go through this entire list today. I mean, there's well over a couple hundred SKUs that need orders, and maybe they're going to multiple locations, multiple brands. Maybe I'm a retailer, orders from multiple wholesalers, and in situations like that, it can be overwhelming. So what I recommend you do is just filter it for the most high priority stuff and action those first. So let's say you only had an hour today to spend on this. Well, take these top 10 or so products and action those first. And then if you do that, you're gonna get 80% of the jobs done, because 80% of your sales come from your top 5 or 10% of your catalog anyway. And if you got more time, then you start making your way down this list. But if you just go top to bottom from items that need to be replenished for the most all the way down, you're in good shape. The other thing I suggest you do, and you can ship blindly and just follow Amazon's guidelines if the data is too much to follow. But if you want to get really granular and technical, what you can do is go over to the sale by ASIN report inside of Amazon. And basically what I suggest you do is keep Amazon stock at a 60-day supply. So what you would do is, let's say you sell 100 units of a particular SKU a month. You want to keep 200 in stock at FBA at all times. And so let's say you've got 100 in stock today. Your run rate's 130 days. So the question is, how much should you ship? I would recommend you ship 100. By constantly keeping your supply inbound to Amazon at a 60-day run rate, then you never will stock out. You'll keep your IPI score, index scores, which we noticed on this last screen, as healthy as possible. You want to keep above a 400 IPI index score, because if you drop below that, you'll notice on the bottom here, they can limit your storage. It's unlimited on this account, but they could limit storage, and that can be challenging if that ever happens to you. So you don't want to ship too many. Don't go over that 60-day supply, unless you're running some big promotions and you can get the sell-through. But if it's not a guaranteed thing, play safe. Only ship that 60-day supply. If you ship too few and you go 30-day supply, I guarantee you're going to run into stockouts. Stockouts are very damaging to your ASIN. You'll lose keyword rankings. It's hard to regain PPC traction, etc. So that's my suggestion today. Use the restock report on Amazon to try and figure out what to prioritize, how much to ship in. Watch your IPI score. Keep it above 400. The two dates that you have to keep in mind are the middle of the quarter and the end of a quarter date. So yesterday, March 31st, was the end of a quarter. Today's April 1st, first day of a quarter. So the middle of a quarter, if we look at a calendar here, you're looking at May 15th, and then the end of the quarter, which would be the last day of June. And so as long as you keep your score above 400 on either one of those days, you're going to have unlimited storage for the next quarter, which is super helpful, especially if you're going to have some fluctuations going into Q4 for Christmas. It's really, really important that you don't have storage limitations. It's also important you don't stock out, and it's important you maximize your sales as much as possible by playing that balance between the two. All right, my name is Stephen Pope. I'm the founder of My Amazon Guy. If you would like any Amazon consulting, whether it's on logistics like we talked about in this call, or advertising, SEO, A+ content, or anything of that nature, go over to myamazonguy.com today and request a quote or contact us for a free consultation. Also, we do take requests for video shots, so add it to the comments of the video. We'll take some time and shoot a video to explain a tutorial on any topic of your choosing, and we appreciate your time. Thanks so much.